Hello, welcome to Ideal Speak. I am Hamed. Today we are going to talk about a boring wedding ceremony. In particular, my sister's wedding ceremony. Some years ago, when my sister's boyfriend Mike finally popped the question and my sister Anna said yes, my family decided that my sister's big day would be one that she would never forget. Popping the question is an informal way of asking somebody to marry you. My sister's boyfriend, who's named Mike, finally popped the question, and my sister Anna said yes to that question. Somebody's big day is a very important day for him or her. This expression is usually used to refer to someone's wedding day. That said, the sky's the limit, meaning there is no limit to how much they were going to spend on my sister's wedding ceremony. My sister just wanted to get a wedding dress off the peg, but my mom wouldn't hear of it. And finally, she ended up in a handmade gown that nearly broke the bank. My sister wanted to get a dress off the peg. You can see the photo of a peg here. If you get a dress off the peg, you get a dress that's made to a standard size and that is not especially made for you. We can use other similar expressions. For example, you go to the drugstore and ask for a medicine off the counter or ask for a medicine off the shelf. Then they are going to give you a standard medicine that is used to heal a general problem. It is not especially made for you. My sister wanted to get a dress off the peg. She wanted to get a standard dress, an inexpensive dress, but my mom wouldn't hear of it. When someone won't or wouldn't hear of something, they refuse to accept your suggestion, your offer. And finally, my sister Anna ended up in a handmade gown, in a handmade dress that nearly broke the bank. When something breaks the bank, it is too expensive. Finally, the big day of my sister arrived, and fortunately, everything went off without a hitch. When something goes off, it happens, and if it goes off without a hitch, it happens according to the previous plan. It happens without any problem. My sister's big day finally arrived and everything went off without a hitch. After the dinner, it was my father's big moment. And he started talking about my sister in glowing terms. When you talk about someone in glowing terms, you praise them, you admire them in your speech. He started talking about my sister in glowing terms, and it was good until the moment that my father's emotions got the better of him. He couldn't control his emotions. If your emotions get the better of you, you can't control them. You end up screwing your speech just because you couldn't control your emotions. Everything was good until the moment my father's emotions got the better of him. And he started saying that any grandchildren would be the icing on the cake. If something is the icing on the cake, it is something that makes a good situation even better. Of course, I didn't have any problem with my father saying that, but I think the wedding ceremony is not the best place to talk about such stuff, grandchildren or future grandchildren. So it was getting rather embarrassing. But that was not how my mom reacted to my father's speech. My mom suddenly broke down in tears after she heard my father saying any grandchildren would be the icing on the cake. My mom's emotions also got the better of her and she broke down in tears. But unfortunately, that was not the end of the story. After that embarrassing comment by my father, he went on and on talking about his memories with my sister when she was a baby and how much he loved her. When someone goes on and on about something, they talk about it at length and in a boring manner. My father went on and on about how much he loved my sister, as well as all the memories he had with her when she was a baby. After the event was over, I went to my father and asked him why he made such embarrassing comments when he was talking to the guests. You know what he told me? He said, "It's not every day you go to a wedding ceremony," meaning it is something you get only once or twice in your life. So when you get it, you should make the most of it. This was what my father said, and I have to agree that it convinced me. It didn't justify all of those embarrassing comments he made talking to the guests, but as he said, we don't go to the wedding ceremony every day. So he wanted to make the most of it. And after that, I went to my sister to ask about her opinion on that embarrassing talk my father made on her ceremony, her wedding ceremony. After all, it was her wedding ceremony, so it was her opinion that mattered the most. You know what she said? She told me that that speech, however humiliating it was, made her day because my father was speaking from the bottom of his heart. If something makes your day, it makes you happy, it makes you feel happier. She said the comments, the talk was humiliating. There was no question about that. But as that was speaking from the bottom of his heart, it made my sister's day on her wedding ceremony. Thank you for watching this program. I hope you liked the content and the story of my sister's wedding ceremony and all of the embarrassing comments my father made on that. Next time you're going to talk about a wedding ceremony, hopefully your own wedding ceremony, you shouldn't worry about all the English vocabulary and phrases that you might need to use. If you liked this video, don't forget to give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. Until next time and another program, goodbye.